Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Justin Barber took a dupe of the LLC papers since he wanted to confer with a co-worker about the stylish way to handle this. Still, Justin advised Ridge Forrester that this may be more serious than he allowed. After Brooke Logan encouraged Ridge to resolve this in a peaceful manner, Ridge said he was going to resolve this right now and summoned Carter Walton to the office via textbook. Although Brooke allowed it might be better to hear from Justin first, Ridge made a vaticination about Justin chancing a result. Ridge added that the preemption attempt was ending moment and awaited Carter's appearance. At the cabin, Carter entered the textbook and told Hope Logan about Ridge wanting to see him. Hope and Carter suddenly sounded hopeful that perhaps they would have to go through with their preemption plan if Ridge had changed his mind. Carter assured Hope that she'd always have his support to the end, so Hope was thankful and wished him luck as he left. Back at the office, Ridge flashed back to promoting Carter to the Susur's position and participating other relating moments with him. When Carter arrived, Ridge had his reverse turned to him while sitting in the CEO-president. Ridge told Carter to close the door and wondered if Carter had commodity to tell him. After Ridge eventually whipped his president around, he claimed he knew what Carter was doing and what he was over to. Ridge asked if it ever passed to Carter that Hope was using him and eventually brought up the LLC papers that Carter was using to go after Forrester Power. After Ridge talked about how he trusted Carter, he blustered about Carter doing all this because Steffi Forrester was mean to his new gal. Ridge felt that what happened to Carter is the same thing that happened to Liam Spencer and Thomas Forrester. According to Ridge, Hope got her hooks in men until they loved her so much they couldn't breathe and also drove them down. This preemption treason and all the Forrester versus Logan drama sounded like it was coming from Hope rather of Carter, at least from Ridge's perspective. Ridge recalled how Steffi had told him that Hope had gotten in Carter's head, so he wished he'd heeded. After Ridge wondered audibly what they should do now, he admitted he knew what he wanted to do. Ridge said he wanted to give Carter another chance, so he suggested forgetting about the LLC papers and getting rid of this poisonous relationship. Still, also Ridge said they'd be okay if Carter could do that. Carter sought evidence that Ridge wanted him to end effects with Hope, so Ridge claimed he did. Ridge declared that Hope was the reason for all this, so he wanted Carter to get Hope out of his life before it was too late. Brooke showed up to see Hope, who was hoping for positive updates since Ridge just summoned Carter to the office. Brooke admitted she knew what it was about and eventually confessed to eavesdropping the Forrester achievement. Hope flipped out as she realized Brooke dished to Ridge, so she snapped that her mama should have told her first. Brooke claimed she didn't want to come part of the plan and argued that it wasn't right to croaker paperwork like this. Hope grew upset about Carter since he'd no idea what he was walking into. Hope will remain angry with Brooke over her treason, but she'll get some good news in the coming occurrences. Taylor Hayes keeps acting like she doesn't need a man to be happy, but we all know she wants one in particular. If Taylor had effects her way, Ridge Forrester would be committed to her rather of Brooke Logan. Taylor's experience with broken heart pattern has clearly changed her in some important ways. Now Taylor is each about hearkening to her heart and following it wherever it takes her. Although Taylor tried to move Brooke that she's not going to pursue Ridge romantically, she may change her mind. At some point, it's easy to imagine Steffi Forrester persuading Taylor that she has to go after what she wants. Since Steffi feels like the Logans do that anyway, she may suppose it's only fair for Taylor to fight for Ridge and make him her man again rather. This could lead to bad news for Brooke as she works to keep Ridge by her side. Brooke actually did the right thing by confessing Carter Walton and Hope Logan's preemption plot to Ridge. Still, Ridge wasn't happy about Brooke putting some of the blame on Steffi and all the eschewal of control conflict. Brooke's fidelity only goes so far, and this one moment of telling Ridge the verity doesn't guarantee they'll stay on solid ground. That's especially the case since Ridge and Brooke still haven't tied the knot. There must be a reason for that, so Taylor may embrace a new Ridge marriage thing. Maybe Taylor will decide she's done stepping away and resolve to pursue Ridge with everything she's got. There'll inescapably be more pressure with Brooke along the way, so B&B spoilers suggest Taylor's buttons may get pushed. Between whatever provoking Brooke might do and any reunion pressure Steffi might add, Taylor may eventually covenant to steal Ridge back for herself. Taylor had a close remarriage call with Ridge before the real story behind all the CPS call drama was exposed. Perhaps Taylor will decide she wants to be Ridge's bridegroom again and make it her charge in the new time. Ridge and Taylor will no way truly be over each other, so we'll bring you more prognostications on their implicit reunion and updates on the fresh chapter they might still have. Deacon Sharp will inescapably grow near to his new hire and take Remy Price under his sect. Although Cleric only agreed to make Remy his hand on a trial base, Remy intends to prove himself fast and has pledged not to let Deacon down. Cleric was a little skeptical at first, but he was hopeless enough to give Remy a chance. Plus, Cleric appreciated Remy's ambition since he was bold about pushing for a place to stay, too. Now Remy is working for room and board until Deacon decides whether he wants to make him a full-time hand. It may not be long until Deacon indeed decides Remy is good of a real stipend and a stroke on the reverse. Remy knows how to say and do all the right effects to impress Deacon, so a fast bond may form between them. Still, we've to consider the possibility that perhaps there's further to Deacon and Remy's new connection than meets the eye. Considering how he loves to do long-lost children stories, could Deacon be Remy's natural father? It'd be intriguing if an eventual twist revealed Remy to be a son that Deacon no way knew he had. It's come the norm for detergents to rewrite the history and construct new kitties when the story calls for it, so that's a possibility then. Still, he'd no doubt come attached and want to help Remy indeed more, if Deacon set about a new natural link. Cleric might connect with Remy, only to find out that he's Electra Forrester's snooper and the one behind those terrible deepfake prints. Remy ruined Electra's life, but he's pretending he's an absolute squeeze. It's only a matter of time until Remy's minatory side comes to light, so Deacon may eventually be surprised he didn't see it from the launch. Whatever the case, Remy moved to Los Angeles just as soon as he set up out where Electra had dislocated. It doesn't feel like Remy had any family he was exorbitantly attached to that he left before. Remy may not indeed know who his biopater is, so that could open the door to do a long misplaced Sprat story for Deacon if that's the route they want to take. That said, our prognostications point to Remy being a character who's fated to land in captivity or face a grim fate. Still, also, he'd presumably more not get too attached. If Deacon does have a natural connection to Remy, Cleric and Remy will surely get to know each other better in the coming weeks, so we'll bring you updates on any big news that might be headed their way.